Okay, Edu reading Article 10, which means we're nearly at a whole year of actually doing this, which is pretty awesome. This month rather, we're going to be reading some John Hattie, and we're going to the dark side. Okay, so I've got 3 challenges for you. Firstly, if you're a teacher and you think that this sort of policy level thinking is beyond you or not something you're entitled to, I challenge you to have a voice, have an opinion on this stuff. I think too often teachers are left out of the discussion, and part of that is due to ourselves deciding that, we don't have an opinion, what do we know? We've just been in this career for however long we have been, and we don't spend too much time thinking about policy, but I think we have enough experience and expertise within our schools to speak on these subjects. Secondly, obviously it's written by John Hattie, and we all have relatively strong opinions on him and his work and what it means. As much as possible, I'd love if we could put the identity politics aside and just read what he's written and sort of base our opinions on either in direct opposition to that or based on whatever you think. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, or somewhere in the middle. Then the third challenge is basically it's very clear that this is not directly research, hasn't been peer reviewed. It's got a big company logo down the bottom, and you could even say that his name in and of itself is a company logo in a way as well. So keep that in mind. This is essentially a think tank thought piece. Maybe you could call it a white paper if you're being polite, but it is in essence not research, but it does give us some broad categories, some really big topics to engage with and explore. Alright, this piece is a lot longer than the other ones we've looked at, but it is by nature of being not research. It's a lot less dense, a lot less time consuming of a read. Sort of you can flip through it like you would a picture book or something a lot more engaging or readable. Feel free to skip the introduction, the conclusion if you really want. The main focus of this is on the 5 distractions that he's laid out for us. Okay, so distraction 1 is appease the parent. So it's talking about teacher and parent choice and class sizes essentially. Distraction 2 is fix the infrastructure. So you're thinking big things like buildings, curriculum, tests, all those sort of things. Distraction 3 is fix the students. So you think about things like keep them in school for longer, keep them down if they fail, all those sort of things. Keep them in school earlier. Distraction 4 is fix the schools. Things like better funding, better leadership, more schools, different schools, those sort of things. Distraction 5 is fix the teachers. So if you're completely turned off by this article and these whole topics, I hope at least you engage with distraction 5, which is directly related to us as teachers. Things like initial teacher education, performance pay, more adults in schools, the real nitty-gritty stuff of being teachers and being good at our job. Alright, so that's my summary of the article. I really hope everyone gets involved in this one. Keep in mind what we're trying to avoid is just becoming a new type of orthodoxy. Share your opinions, feel free to disagree with one another or the author, and let's have some fun.